Speaking at the bridge dedication, U.S. Senator Tom Harkin was quoted describing Larry's decades-long efforts. Larry is a great example of the truism that you don't have to be on the public payroll to be a public servant. Thank you, Larry, for your great leadership and vision. We wouldn't be here without you today.
Larry Winum has spent much of his professional life building bridges, the kind that connects dreams of home and business ownership to reality, and the kind that facilitates commerce and builds community.
Larry is an extremely hard worker. He's a visionary.
He has given both time and talents and resources to a lot of community projects and made them better places for us to live and to work.
He's a very warm, welcoming personality. He's easy to follow because he is a leader, and he's always working for what's best for all of us.
Born and raised in Minnesota, Larry graduated from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in 1978.
When I was a really little guy, I didn't have a whole lot of confidence in myself. And my mom and dad had a way of instilling confidence in me to believe in myself. Sports was huge for me as I was growing up in terms of doing something that I was pretty good at. The highlight of high school and college, it was more about being elected captain of all three sports in high school and then being elected captain my senior year at Nebraska.
After almost a decade with Commonwealth Electric, he transitioned to a career in community banking, a pivotal move suggested by his father-in-law, third-generation banker John Dean. John's grandfather chartered Glenwood State Bank in 1899.
He's very committed to the community. He tries to look down the road because you got to figure what's going to happen 5 years from now, not necessarily what's going to be good for today, and he tends to do that.
Larry became president of Glenwood State Bank in 1992 and currently serves as CEO. He and his brother-in-law, Grant Dean, manage day-to-day operations of the bank and its two branches, Frontier Savings Bank in Council Bluffs and First State Bank in Tabor.
It means a lot to me to be part of it. Grant treats me just like a brother and John treats me just like a son, and that makes you feel good. The beauty of being in a family-owned smaller bank is we focus more on community, the customers, trying to do what's right for them.
Larry was a perfect fit for the bank in the fact that he came in and he was passionate about this community. He took that opportunity and jumped right in and became involved.
To help attract, retain, and grow businesses, good for the community and for the bank, Larry has been heavily involved in the Glenwood Chamber of Commerce and Mills County Economic Development Foundation. He is perhaps best known for his leadership and persistence in realizing the new Highway 34 bridge over the Missouri River, a crucial economic link between Southwest Iowa and the Omaha-Bellevue metropolitan area.
A group of us just started working on it and said, that's economic development potential for Southwest Iowa. A group of us would go to Washington, D.C. every year, and we'd go and talk to the Department of Transportation in Iowa, and we'd talk to the Nebraska roads folks, and we just kind of stayed persistent.
He worked on that for probably about 23 years. He was relentless. He never gave up on it.
It increased the economic viability of both sides of the river. And I think if you look at the other economic development projects that Larry worked on, like on the interchange there on the interstate, that those things came about because of the presence of that bridge. The bridge is there because of Larry, and then that goes on to expand economic development in our area. I joke with Larry a lot about it because I call it the Larry Winum Memorial Bridge. I think it should be named after him.
I guess what I like about it is that we were able to find common ground. We talked about Cass County, we talked about Sarpy County, and we talked about Mills County. This is bigger than that. This is just the first phase of what we're trying to accomplish. Our goal is to develop on the east side. We've got the Harley-Davidson dealership has moved in. You've got AgriVision is down there, the John Deere dealership. We've worked at the Glenwood Resource Center. We've worked to put other entities on that campus.
With the announced closure set for the campus in 2024, his work continues on the Glenwood Resource Center. He will join a task force to help develop plans for the property's future. And after the floods of 2019, Larry helped with the development throughout southwest Iowa along the Missouri River.
The levees have been repaired. There's a lot of property out there that could potentially be developed. I'm sure Larry has a plan, and the Economic Development Foundation is working on moving forward and what can be done.
2020 brought even more challenges. Glenwood State Bank rallied with other community banks to deliver paycheck protection loans and otherwise help customers deal with the economic fallout of COVID-19.
Community banking in general was very, very supportive, was in the lead on that. And they kind of exemplified what they do every year, is taking care of small businesses. It isn't really anything extraordinary. We just do what we need to do to try to help the folks that help us.
Always there to assist others in times of need, Larry has also faced his share of hardship. He lost his beloved wife, Martha, mother of their 3 daughters, to a car accident in 2008.
She's certainly missed, there's no question about it. She was a big part of all of our lives. I'm extremely fortunate to have found Terry.
Larry remarried in 2012 to Terry Tucker. Together, they have 6 kids and 10 grandchildren.
And Terry's just been extremely supportive. Sometimes when you're in community banking, you're busy and you have different hours, and sometimes you're going to different activities, and I think Terry's been just 100% supportive of that.
A bridge builder, a role model, a team player.
He's worked hard. He has given both time and talents and resources to a lot of community projects, as has the bank. And all of those things have served our communities and made them better places for us to live and to work.
I think it's a recognition of what he has accomplished for his community and what he's going to continue to accomplish for his community. He hasn't quit. And I just think it's an example of who he is. He's used to playing his role on the team and doing what's the best for the team, and he's still doing that.
For elevating the community he calls home as a banker, economic developer, and committed neighbor. For showing us all the value of working tirelessly to build bridges. Please congratulate Larry Winum as the business recipient for the 2020-21 Mercy Heritage Awards.